Good morning. Welcome to Unraveling Inequity in Our Streets virtual conference. My name is Jane Ziegler, and I'm a transportation planner for INCOG. I'd like to thank our presenting conference sponsors, the Oklahoma Highway Safety Office, OU School of Urban Design, and the Lobeck Taylor Family Foundation. Our session sponsor, the Tobacco Settlement Endowment Trust, and our supporting sponsors, the George Kaiser Family Foundation, Team Sound Pony Triad Bank, and Land Plan Consulting. In 2019, I attended the Association of Pedestrian and Bicycle Professionals Summit in Portland, Oregon. The keynote speaker was Keith Benjamin, Director of Traffic and Transportation in Charleston, South Carolina. Mr. Benjamin made a comment that resonated with me, and when I returned to Tulsa, I wrote it on a whiteboard in my office. 2 years later, his quote is still there. Mr. Benjamin stated, as engineers, planners, public officials, and advocates, we need to be conscious of the who and not just the what. Every day, I try to fit in a few minutes to scan the Tulsa world, and I come across headlines like pedestrian dies after being hit by car, cyclist killed in hit and run, and police identified pedestrian killed. I took the locations out of these headlines before I read them to you, because these are the exact same headlines in your communities. One of the fatalities I just mentioned was Carlos Eric Guzman, who was walking to work at 5:30 a.m. He did not own a car, and on his route to work, there are no sidewalks and no lighting. Be conscious of the who and not just the what. These people could be my family and friends, and in fact, they have been. I have seen friends' names as identified victims in the media. Be conscious of the who and not just the what. Every time I read about a fatality, I ask myself, what more can I do? I've sat in meetings, and much of the conversation is about the what. Will this project decrease vehicle travel time? What is our AADT? Are the numbers high enough to warrant an additional crossing? This is how I've been trained to think as professionals. Our focus is on numbers, and most center around motorized vehicles, and I am certainly not without fault. As practitioners, we owe it to the who to make our streets more equitable. It is our responsibility to make a public right-of-way that feels safe for all races, all ages, all abilities, and all forms of transportation. I would like to thank all of you for attending today's conference. I know it is easy to get just distracted by emails, phone calls, and other interruptions. The conference committee has built in email and phone call breaks throughout the day, and I ask for your undivided attention today as you listen to the speakers and panelists. I ask that you engage in their conversations via the chat box. In today's world, it is difficult to be present in the moment, and today I ask you to be present and think about the who and not just the what. Thank you for being here today.